What do you think separates a mere mister from a king? Why do you think you deserve to be called a king instead of just a mister? Once again, what do you think separates a mere mister from a king? And why do you think you deserve to be called a king instead of just a mister?
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted you to know that it really takes me bravery and courage just to stand here today. I wanted to call myself as a king. And when you say a king, he is the father. He is the leader. He knows what he is doing. He is compassionate and he is experienced enough to do the things that he can help and be able to help the organization. I wanted to expand my horizon in helping others. I've been helping a lot of non-profit organizations for how many years now? And when I knew about this King of the World Philippines, then I knew that I am for here. I know my purpose, and that is to serve the organization. Because I believe in its core, and I believe in the vision and the mission of the King of the World Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Bacoor, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Botolan, Zambales.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm gonna be really honest. I'm actually nervous right now.
It's okay. That's normal. Any message for your supporters?
Thank you for coming a long way just to support me. I love you guys.
Are you ready for your question? You may now take your question from the board. Your question for tonight is, pick a social issue you want to discuss and why. Once again, pick a social issue you want to discuss and why.
The social issue that I want to discuss is the social media addiction of the youth. Because as we know it, social media can help us in many ways because it has positive and negative effects in our society. But mostly it has negative effects because the youth get easily addicted to it. And as a student athlete, I will promote my advocacy of introducing sports into their interests because I'm a student athlete to get the skills and knowledge to introduce sports into their interests. Because sports can promote leadership, coordination, communication, and discipline. And it will help them physically, mentally, and spiritually. Thank you.
We still have 13 more finalists. Up next, let's go on Bulacan Province. Good evening, Bulacan Province. Of course, it's obvious that you're one of the candidates na may napakaraming fans dito sa Winford. Do you have any message to them before you answer your final question?
Hello naman po sa lahat. Maraming salamat sa mga Bulacan at Malolenyo na sumusuporta sa akin at nagpupush sa akin na maniwala lang ako sa sarili.
Are you ready for your question? Okay. Oh, you have no choice. Indeed. Your question for tonight is, 10 years from now, what is your message to your young self? Once again, 10 years from now, what is your message to your young self?
10 years from now, ang mensahe ko lang sa sarili ko ay magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga problemang na nalampasan ko dahil alam ko sa sarili ko, ang pagharap sa maraming tao is napakakabalo sa akin at napakahirap. Pero dahil sa mga pamilya ko, sa magulang ko, sa kaibigan ko, na nandiyan para sumuporta sa akin at nagmamahal sa akin at sila ang nagsasabi sa akin na kaya ko. At dahil doon, nagpapasalamat ako. Salamat.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I love how he shared to us na meron siyang stage fright. Kasi I also feel the same.
Wow, but you did overcome it. Both of you overcome it tonight. Anyway, our next finalist, let's go on Dumaguete City.
Hello, good evening. Mukhang marami kang fans din dito. Nakita ko, nandun sila. Ayun. Any message para sa mga talagang pumunta dito para supportahan ka?
Yes, thank you for coming here, guys, and especially to our online viewers from Zambales, Bulacan, and Batangas supporters. Thank you guys for your entire support.
You will now take your question from the board.
If you choose just one king for the Philippines, who would it be and why? The president, the head of the Catholic Church, the chief justice of the Supreme Court, or you? Again, if you would choose just one king for the Philippines, who would it be and why? The president, the head of the Catholic Church, the chief justice of the Supreme Court, or you?
Thank you for that very tricky question. But honestly, about those choices, I would choose none because regardless of those profession, regardless of those occupation, we everyone are capable of doing such a thing. A good person is different from a good leader, and to become a president, we are looking for a good leader doing what is right and not what is easy. And I thank you.
Thank you so much. And now let us move on to our next.
Indeed, that's Laguna Province.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Laguna Province. I noticed that you won Best Informal Wear.
Actually, it's one of my dreams. I never had. Thank you so much.
Really, do you have anyone that you'd like to thank for that amazing suit?
My friends and family are here. Thank you so much, guys. Because of you, I'm having this kind of perseverance. Thank you.
Okay, are you ready for your question? Your question for tonight is, aside from physical attributes, what is the most important quality that a modern king like you should possess? Once again, aside from physical attributes, what is the most important quality that a modern king like you should possess?
In our generation right now, we should follow the 3R, which is respect, responsibility, and resilience. Because I do believe if we follow this kind of pattern, we will be able to carry through our things in we will be able to carry our values as a king in the organization, and we will be able to inspire and empower a lot of people if we have this kind of qualities. That is all. Thank you.
That's Laguna Province, ladies and gentlemen. Calling up our next finalist, Valenzuela City.
Hello, good evening. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm trying to be calm, but I'm also nervous.
It's okay. Now you can pick your question. Just breathe a little.
Yes. You know what they say, when you're prepared, there's nothing to be nervous of. And I know when you're prepared. Anyway, your question for tonight is, what is your purpose in life as an empowered king of the world? Once again, what is your purpose in life as an empowered king of the world?
I believe my purpose is to be a role model or try to be a source of inspiration and hope for others, for those around me. I've met so many people from abroad and here in the Philippines, and they have helped me so much in building my character and who I am today. And I'd like to give back, especially to the fellow youth, mga kabataan ngayon, because they need a role model. They need someone like our beauty queens and beauty kings who celebrate diversity and are not just beauty but also brains. And so with that, I'd like to also conclude that with my advocacy, we can empower the youth. Thank you.
Up next, let's have Santa Rosa, Laguna.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Any message to your supporters?
Gusto ko pasalamatan yung mga sumusuporta sa akin. Yung mentor ko dito, yung handler ko, maraming salamat. At sa mga orato, magandang gabi.
Are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Okay. Pick your question from the book. Your question for tonight is, how do you see yourself after being crowned as Mr. King of the World? Once again, how do you see yourself after being crowned as Mr. King of the World?
Good evening. I see myself after crowning King of the World Philippines as inspiration to everyone and giving motivation for my fellow youth. And as a King of the World, I'm always reminding myself to always believe in me so that I can inspire and motivate others, most especially my fellow youth. And with that, I know that we can build or we can create a community, a society, a world full of wisdom, intelligence, hope, and most especially, unity. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that answer. Up next, let's have Pampanga Province.
Hello, Mr. Pampanga. How are you?
I'm good with MORA.
You know, of course, first and foremost, congratulations for making it to the top 15. And what does this journey mean to you? How is it important? What does it mean to you? The brotherhood that you share, you know, is it important to you? Are you happy with the journey?
Meeting all these new wonderful people has been an amazing experience, and I can thank you all enough for the fun that we had together, and especially the organizers, thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
And I believe you guys built a family inside this organization. But of course, you have to undergo the question and answer portion. Are you ready? Okay. Your question for tonight is, what makes the role equality to be in the next level, especially in a male-dominated world? Once again, what makes the role equality to be in the next level, especially in a male-dominated world?
I think the word equality isn't the right word to use in this really dominant way. I think that equity is a more proper word to use here in this situation, because of course both genders have their own advantages, disadvantages. They have their own benefits, or they have the disadvantages and advantages. So if you use the word equity, we'll treat each gender with the respect that they deserve and the proper manner, that they deserve. Thank you.
Up next, let's have Manila City. Good evening, Manila City. And how are you feeling that you're part of the top 15?
I'm really happy, and I didn't expect this. I'm really part of the top 15 story.
And I believe one question stands you between you and the crown. Are you ready?
I think so. I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time standing here in front of you because I have a fear of public speaking. But I think I'm going to go through it.
I believe you'll overcome it today, brother. You may now pick your question from the bowl. Your question for tonight is, which profession would make a perfect king? A lawyer, a doctor, a farmer, or an actor? And why? Once again, which profession would make a perfect king? A lawyer, a doctor, a farmer, or an actor? And why?
I think for me, all those peoples are deserved to call as a king because they are using their professions by helping other people. And that we all thank you.
Thank you so much.
Our next finalist would be the Filipino community of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Hello, good evening. Ano nararamdaman mo na you're here in the Philippines, you're representing the Filipino community of Saudi Arabia?
I'm really happy because for 5 years I was able to come to the Philippines. So given this opportunity from King of the World Philippines, I was full of joy when they told me that I would be representing and I would be coming up to the Philippines.
Are you ready for your question?
In Jesus' name, yes.
Okay. Take your question from the bowl. Your question for tonight is, for you, what is the biggest contribution of the Filipino to the Philippine society today? Once again, for you, what is the biggest contribution of the Filipino to the Philippine society today?
I think it's our resilience that no matter what life throws at us, may the results be positive or negative, we always come out victorious, and we always use that as an advantage to inspire others and not feel envious of what you don't have. Rather, be contented of what they have and always showcase love for one another. Maraming salamat po. God bless.
Thank you so much for that answer. Up next, Eastern Samar.
Yes, maupay na gabi.
Okay, bigyan ko natin ito natin.
Alright, do you have any message to all the Waiwai who's watching right now and supporting you?
To all the Waiwais that are watching me right now, I hope that I have made you proud. You know, it is an honor to represent our province, the province of Eastern Samar.
You may now pick your question from the board. Your question for tonight is, which profession do you think would make the best king? A lawyer, a priest, an actor, or a farmer? And why do you say so? Once again, which profession do you think would make the best king? A lawyer, a priest, an actor, or a farmer?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Although all of this profession deserves to be called the king, but I would say, as a future civil engineer, I would say an engineer should also become a king. Because I want to build a kingdom wherein we should strive for excellence, nobility, and greatness in order for us to inspire and to influence people in order for them to be the best versions of themselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eastern Samar.
Up next, let's have Hanang Kanamba.
Hello, good evening.
Are you ready for your question?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, without further ado, take your question from the board.
Ako paubos na nga rin ito eh.
So your question is, what particular initiatives or causes are you passionate about? If you win as the first ever King of the World Philippines, how do you plan to use this platform to make a positive impact? Again, what particular initiatives or causes are you passionate about? If you win as the first ever King of the World Philippines, how do you plan to use this platform to make a positive impact?
Good evening, everyone. For me, I should be a good example to all of my fellow youths and fellow kings out there. In order for me to be worthy to call the king, I must also possess an optimistic mind and a leadership, and also I must be able to maintain all of that. So, considering that we're currently living the 21st century right now, where social media has become the platform, the perfect platform for us to share, and I want to use this opportunity to conduct this seminar regarding about social issues. So, in that case, we can make all of our fellow Filipinos aware, and that's all.
Thank you so much.
Let's have our next finalist for tonight, Los Baños, Laguna.
Well, so how do you feel na marami kayong taga-Laguna na mapasok sa top 15 finalists?
Sobrang saya po namin dahil lahat po kami ng taga-Laguna is pinangarap ko kapasok. And yung iba po is di pinalat, pero nandiyan pa rin po sila nakasuporta sa amin.
Are you ready for your question?
Yes po.
Your question for tonight is, which characteristic or trait must a real king have? First and foremost, wisdom, leadership, bravery, or love, and why? Once again, which characteristic or trait must or a real king must have? Wisdom, leadership, bravery, or love, and why?
Para sa akin, ang isang natatanging karakteristik na kakailangan ng isang maghahari sa isang kingdom ay ang pagmamahal. Dahil ang pagmamahal nito sa kanyang mga kinasasakupan ay magiging isang magandang kingdom. Dahil siya mag-lead sa kanila at gagawin ng lahat ng mga plano para maipakatuparan lahat ng kanilang mga gustong gawin at mga kailangan nilang ipatupad sa isang kingdom. Katulad na lamang ng isang presidente na ginagawa lahat para maging masaayos ang isang bansa. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much. Ayan, nakahinga na siya ng malalim.
Indeed, and we only have 2 more finalists to go. Let's go on Las Piñas City.
Hi, good evening. Kamusta naman ang nararamdaman mo ngayon?
I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Are you ready for your question?
More than ever.
As the King of the World Philippines, which among the country's problems would you like to solve first? A. Corruption, poverty, environmental damage, or criminality? Why? Again, as a King of the World Philippines, which among the country's problems do you like to solve first? Corruption, poverty, environmental damage, or criminality, and why?
I would choose criminality because majority of the crime that is committed in our country and to this world is due to the men who lack emotional stability and lack emotional intelligence and self-control. with my advocacy of men empowerment. I believe that I can do what I have to do, along with the platform of King of the World, to help the people around us to become more aware, for us to become more emotionally intelligent, emotionally controlled, so that we can live in a world more with peace. Because we cannot sacrifice any more children, any more slaughter, and any more crime that is committed in our country. We should be one as Filipinos, for us to be proud as a nation as one, as a King of the World, Philippines!
Thank you so much, and I love how you emphasize that we have to be emotionally intelligent.
And of course, last but definitely not the least, Pasig City, the last of the top 15 that will undergo Q&A. How are you feeling tonight, bro?
I'm grateful and thankful, and I am ready.
Okay, ready as you are, you can now pick a question from the book. Your question for tonight is, if you could achieve any dream, regardless of obstacles and limitations, what would it be? And how can it possibly impact your life and the lives of others? Once again, if you could achieve any dream, regardless of obstacles or limitations, what would it be? And how can it possibly impact your life and the lives of others?
Thank you. Of course, I'm going to use my advocacy, which is natural resources utilization, and also youth empowerment, because we need to utilize the natural energy so that we can have a free form of energy, clean, safe, and cheap. That's why the life of the Filipinos, and not just the Filipinos, will going to have a safe life and also a cheap. And then I can also inspire the people, of course. That's why I want to use my voice to inspire the youth, because me myself, I am not a rich person, but I am standing here in front of you, fighting and never ever give up, and doing everything I can to win this crown and to be the voice of the voiceless, and also to the pride of my Pasigueño. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pasig City, and that concludes our final question and answer portion. A round of applause for our amazing finalists that have really, arranged and controlled their fear of stage, and fear of talking to a lot of people just to make